Come to Jesus, come to Jesus, come to Jesus just now. Come to Jesus, come to Jesus, come to Jesus just now. He'll fix it, he'll fix it, he will fix it just now. He will fix it, he will fix it, he will fix it just now. This is Teresa Chandler. I am a volunteer for Time Force Survival Strategies Incorporated. This is what I'd like to call your daily Come to Jesus meeting. Today's Come to Jesus meeting is about the 3 things you need in life to be successful. The first one is a relationship with Jesus Christ. The second one is knowledge, so you can think for yourself. And the third one is money, because money is power and it is influence. Now, let's recap. Why in the world do we need a relationship with Jesus Christ? Because as we know, just as the opening song says, a lot of us have experienced some bad relationships in religion, in churches, which are in what we call, well, actually what we do is we relate all of that to an experience with Jesus Christ, and it's just not so. If you have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ, that means that you have taken time to talk with Him. Talk with Him just like I'm talking to you. But religion and some churches teach that prayer makes it seem like prayer is really hard. You know, like you just got to just go down on your knees and just, Lord have mercy. You know, thank you for this auspicious opportunity to do this and do that. And I mean, they go in real deep, and it seems unreachable, untouchable for the average person. But the truth of the matter is, Jesus comes to each person in life. No matter how high you are, no matter how low you are, no matter what color your skin is, no matter how much money you have, how much money you don't have, no matter how fat you are, how skinny you are, no matter what, Jesus comes to us exactly where we are in life. And what He does is He tries to give you an opportunity to learn about your purpose and find out where your destination is. And in order to do that, because most of the time we're so skewed by our perception of what life really is and what life is really all about, Jesus has to come in to keep the playing field level for us. And so what He does is, in His Word, He gives us examples of people who had strengths and weaknesses just like we do. He takes and gives you an opportunity to look into their lives, look into their path, look into what He was asking them to do and asking them not to do, and He gives you an opportunity to make an intelligent decision as to which way you're going to go. Most people think that when they come to Jesus, their life is just going to be drab, boring, and just worthless. But the truth of the matter is, it's quite the contrary. When you come to Jesus, you come as you are. If you are a cusser, a smoker, a gangbanger, a hoe, whatever it is that you are, you come to Jesus just like that. And what He does is He takes the time to love you and show you your value, and also give you principles that don't change for anybody, that gives you the strength and the opportunity to rise up in your situation and circumstance. So that's why it's so important to actually begin a relationship with Jesus Christ. If you don't have it for whatever reason, whatever church turned you off, whatever religious person turned you off, or whatever, I promise you, all of that are people maybe with good intentions, but that have not taken the time to master the skill that they're trying to display to you, so that they can make you a better person. So they try to do it a lot of rules and regulations, and don't get me wrong, there is black and white. You know, it's not a lot of a gray area, but the thing about it is the black and the white is for your good, and something that you want to do. See, because if you can find something better to replace that thing that you're doing that makes you feel bad about yourself, oh honey, that's something you would run to. That's not something that you are running away from. So that's what Jesus offers you. And like I said, he offers you an opportunity to feel good about yourself, who you are, where you're going, and what you're doing in life. So now, enough about that. The second thing that we need in order to be successful is knowledge, so we can think for ourselves. One of the worst things we can do to ourselves is reject knowledge. And a lot of times we reject knowledge because of the package that it comes in, meaning the person that's bringing the information to you, or the kind of information that you're getting that you may not be interested in at that time. But knowledge of whatever it is you're trying to do is always going to be valuable. And it's never too late to get the knowledge that you need in order to move forward. Hey, look, if you look at your life and you say, look, man, I am jacked up. I have made some really bad decisions. I've done some wrong things. And look, I don't like where I'm at right now. Well, the only thing that's going to bring you out is knowledge. And in order for you to obtain knowledge, you have to get over yourself. You have to get to the point where you can ask somebody, look, how do I get out of this? And I mean, I'll take it even a step further. How about let's not depend on a lot of people, especially people that are in our surroundings, because 9 times out of 10, not 9 times out of 10, all the time, people are either influencing us to go in to a better direction or a worse direction. So if you're in a situation, a circumstance in life where you're not where you want to be, and you're still surrounded by the same people, then I'm not saying get rid of the people. In some situations, you do need to get rid of some people in your life. But at the same time, there's some people in your life that have been trying to help you. They've been trying to tell you good things and been trying to lead you in the right direction, and you've been rejecting their information. But if you haven't gotten to the point where you can just straight up listen to somebody that's trying to tell you something, because a lot of us have problems with authority and people trying to tell us something, and trust issues, because we don't know who to trust. But if you go look inside of a book, read, or use the internet for research purposes for things that are interesting to you, instead of just always doing the social networking and just kind of find out who's doing what, when, where, because then you get into that thing where you're comparing your life to someone else, somebody you don't even know a lot of times, or somebody that has nothing to do with you. Because see, things happen to people depending on what they've prepared for in life. And some people have put a lot of emphasis on, let's say you find somebody and you love their shoes, you love the way they dress or whatever like that. Well, honey, they probably put aside something else in life to master that one thing. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's what they want to do and that's all they want to do. But if you have higher aspirations and you want to take and do a little something more, a little something different with your life, then what you have to do is you have to find some information in a book, a video, a movie, something that will help bring clarity to what you're confused about as to where you want to go. So anyway, long story short, knowledge, because you need to be able to think for yourself. People they have what's called think tanks, where they stay up all day and all night to figure out how to get your money, your mind, and your emotions moving in their direction so that they can accomplish their dreams and goals while they're destroying your own. So you need to take time out to find out what it is that you want to do, learn how to do it, and then do it. Last but not least, you got to have some of that money, some of that M-O-N-E-Y, because money is power and influence. If you do not have it, your life is going to be limited, and make sure you get it in the correct way, because fast money goes just as fast as it comes, and it's hard to keep up, because then you have to watch your back, and then you can't trust like you need to, and you don't really get to enjoy the money to the fullest, because a lot of times that money is used to destroy you. You have to have all three things in place in order for the total package to benefit. And so Don't go back and say, well, that volunteer for Time for Survival Strategies told me, that fast money, ain't no good money, and money ain't no good, and this, that, and the third, because that's not what I said. What I said was money is power and influence, and that you need to take that money and balance it out with other things like your relationship with Jesus Christ and the knowledge, so that you can take and bring a balance to your life and get full use of your money so that it's not used to destroy you. Anyway, we'll talk about this further at another time. I thank you for taking time out to listen to this Come to Jesus meeting for this morning. And just remember, religion and church is not God. It's not. It is not what Jesus Christ is all about. Jesus has been misrepresented. People feel like either they're too low or they're too high to come to Jesus just the way they are. But Jesus Christ's life was based on principles that are timeless. They will never die. They will never go away. And if you find out what those things are, and religion talks about drinking, the style clothes you wear, the amount of sex partners you have, and all that kind of stuff, which that stuff is important. But when you get Jesus, you get freedom to learn and have the power to live like you're supposed to live. Jesus and successful living is synonymous, just like wet and water. You can't get the water without the wet, and you can't be successful without Jesus. What you see in the videos and things like that is a temporary success that anybody can get, but they can't hold on to. If you look at the lifestyles down the road of a lot of the rich and the famous, if they don't come into the knowledge of Jesus Christ, or if they don't change their lifestyle, that same thing that they worked hard to get is the same thing that destroys them through women, drugs, alcohol, whatever down the road. That is not true success, because with all the money and all the women and all the wine and all that stuff runs out after a while. But what Jesus offers you is something that will last a lifetime. So anyway, just remember, when you hear that, those people saying, I know one of my biggest things is, you got those people, and I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm not going to mess with the church. But I will say this: don't be church stupid, because there's a lot of church people that are just going through the rigmarole, and they are what I call church stupid. If you're going to church every day or every Sunday or every week or what have you, and your life is not getting any better, honey, either you're rejecting the knowledge that they're giving you in church, or you're at the wrong church. Because in Jesus there is freedom, and in knowledge there is freedom, and in money there is freedom, and they're all supposed to go together. It's a package deal. It's not just one thing. And so, with that being said, you have a great day. Come back and see me again.